I decided to take a gap year. What happened next? Ago, I've decided to take a gap year. I've recorded a video about that, talking about anxiety and depression that I was struggling with at that time. I'm saying this as if I'm not struggling right now. Do I regret taking a gap year? Absolutely not. Did I figure everything out? Nope. Do I feel better? A bit. I still have panic attacks, I still feel sad, I still cry, but no longer I have this wall trigger called university. I no longer need to attend lectures that I find useless, that I find stupid. I got late for university every single time because I did not want it to come.
Sorry I'm late. What happened? Nothing, I just really didn't want to come.
I quit university, I felt better because this huge trigger was gone. University out of my way, but I did not get rid of my depression, honey depression, here and here, my sadness and depression, my besties. I decided to take a gap year. What happened next? When I quitted, it caused some kind of reaction from others that I did not actually expect to come. This whole thing divides into three groups: my friends, my parents, and some random strangers. My friends are the best people. They were super supportive. They understood why I'm doing this. And yeah, I'm just blessed with amazing people around me. Let's talk about my parents' reaction. Oh, Diana, you're quitting university, hooray! No, that wasn't like that. And I did not expect it to be like that. I knew that I will struggle with some misunderstanding. The only way I could resolve main core of issues was just by talking with them and trying to explain and trying to see their point of view, and not just being, okay, I'm quitting, that's it. That wasn't the easy process, you know. When I was quitting, I wasn't like sure what I'm doing, and I had lots of doubts. My parents did have a lot of doubts about that. They still have a lot of doubts about my decision. Sometimes a word or two will be like, oh, you've wasted so much time. Do you really want to not go to university this year? Do you understand that everyone's graduating in 2 years and you're not? And I'm like, I don't know, I don't really care about this no longer. I live in a society, in the region, where mental problems and mental conditions is not a reason to quit your job or quit your anything, basically. Now let's talk about the most hilarious part out of all, are strangers, acquaintances, someone who did not know me quite well, but still had a huge reaction on what happened with my life. They were shocked. They had so many questions for me, but the second part was worse. Then came their criticism, their opinions, and a huge blast of their advice. Those people randomly on the street somewhere, if they would by some chance find out that I quitted university, they were like looking at me and thinking, oh my god, this person in front of me is very stupid and she needs my advice. I was just very astonished the first time it happened. I just did not know what to say. Be prepared for that. In case you're taking a gap year or quitting university or changing degrees or doing anything that is out of norm where you are. Yeah, let's divide everything into 4 parts. In the first part, I was just chilling, spending a lot of time with my friends, family, walking a lot, sleeping a lot, going to doctors. Just tried not to put any pressure on myself, just to chill and recharge. The second part of the year, starting from September to January, basically, I was just working and studying a lot. I was meeting new people. I was quite happy, like saving up some money. In the second part of the year, from March to June, I planned to travel. This did not happen. I booked some trips, but I had to cancel them due to the pandemic. Just more family time happened. More family time. From May to this point, I was just preparing for exams for my university. Am I going to university this year? I'm still not really sure. The level of uncertainty in my life is quite high. I was taking care of things that mattered to me. I tried to fill my time with things that I enjoyed, that I liked. I got to my dance classes, I was reading a lot, I was like, you know, language learning. I hit very low times during this gap year. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's just nerves, maybe it's just exams or a virus. I was just getting worse and worse and worse. Fortunately, my mother noticed that. She brought me to the doctor. This therapist prescribed me some pills. I didn't want to take them for a really long time, but my mom persuaded me to try. I couldn't fall asleep before that for like 2, 3, 4 hours. It was just like very intense in my mind. It was really awful because I couldn't get good sleep. I couldn't feel normal during the day. As soon as I took those pills, I could sleep, but I couldn't cry. The intention to cry wasn't gone, but tears wouldn't come up to my eyes. It helped with my hysterics. What I want to say is that sometimes you need extra help. Sometimes you can't help yourself on your own. Please talk to the specialist. Don't be bothered. Don't be scared to ask for help. Sometimes you can't handle it on your own. You think you can, but you can't. That thing happened. Just be a bit smarter than I am. At the beginning, taking gap year seemed like a disaster. So I had those doubts. I started to ask myself and trying to answer sincerely. Am I doing this because I want to do this, or because my parents are expecting me to do this, or because society expects me to do this, or because everyone else doing this? Is that truly what I want to do? Or is that just a compromise? Or is that even not a compromise? It's just a full disaster, but for some reason everyone else doing it and I have to do this. No. Since then, the decision to quit university seemed like a normal thing, like a very natural thing to do, because it was about me. It wasn't about expectations of others, and it wasn't about what everyone else was doing, and that's why I was doing it. The only advice that I would give myself a year ago is to create more concrete plan of my gap year. So if you're thinking about quitting university or just taking a gap year, before you do that, plan everything, plan at least the first few months. You can change it later, but just having this plan will help you to understand where you're going, why you're doing this, and yeah, what's the main reason behind, what kind of goals you want to achieve, and what are the reasons for doing it. Maybe you want to move out your parents' flat, and what should you do then? Maybe you want to see different countries. How can you do that? Maybe you want to travel, work as an au pair or as a volunteer, or you want to save up some money for your college degree. Whatever is that, what's your reasons for doing this? What's your goals for that? And based on that plan, you'll just feel maybe safer, maybe better. For me, when I have a plan, it's harder to change my mind to do anything else. Don't be afraid to take a gap year. Even if nobody does that in your surrounding, it does not mean that you cannot do that. Just think about this as a very unique experience that you will have and nobody else will. This is not any kind of disaster or any kind of like, that's it, life's over or something like that, because sometimes people are very dramatic about this and thinking this is way too risky. It's not, it's just different. And yeah, be ready to answer different questions that people are going to provide you, to face those people, to face the criticism, but just focus on things that you love, focus on people that you love. I wish everything goes well for you. Whatever you're choosing, going to university, taking gap year, whatever is that, I think that you can get the best out of that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy to get back on YouTube because I really miss this place. I'm still in the middle of my exam session, but soon it's gonna be over. Yep. If you're thinking about taking gap year, or if you did do that, please share your experience down below. I would be happy to read this, and I just love that we can share and support each other and talk about this. And yeah, thank you so much for watching one more time, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.